Once a year, you need to ask yourself the question, are you satisfied? We do not ask ourselves that question nearly enough. Work, life, both, mash them together. If you are satisfied, great, good for you. But if you're not satisfied, you need to ask yourself why. Is it because of the choices that you've made that are distracting you from your goals? Possible. Distraction is one of the greatest evils that we're gonna know in the 2020s, down to things like even just Netflix. Netflix actually just put out a report that said their average American subscriber watches 600 hours of Netflix a year. That's insane. Time is money. What are you worth? What is your time worth? The minimum wage in New York City is $15 an hour. $15 an hour times 600 hours in the year, that's $9,000. It's totally crazy. Then you can say to me like, well, Ryan, it's not about money. I like to detach and it's the only way that I can be productive during the other time. That's totally fine, but take money out of it. 600 hours is 25 days, a full year. And you're gonna spend 25 of it in front of a screen, watching shows that aren't really that great. Look at social media. We are so distracted all day long by what everybody else is doing. And the only thing people post are great things. It's the same thing with me. I don't lose a deal and say, oh, you know what, I gotta post my tears. No. And so if you're not satisfied with your own life, you end up being so distracted and focused on what everybody else is doing. And what it ends up really coming down to is we spend all this time trying to satisfy other people by only showing that we are also having a good time at work. Oh, my vacation is also amazing. Oh, my workout was great. And we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for everybody else. And if we stop trying to satisfy everyone else and start trying to satisfy ourselves individually, that's how you're gonna get to your goals. And that's how you're gonna wake up in a month from now and you're gonna say, you know what? I switched the way I think about things. I took that downtime at the end of August and I am satisfied with my life. I'm not where I wanna be yet, but I know I'm gonna get there because I can see it super, super, super clearly. Getting nervous is when you're unprepared. You get nervous when you don't know things. Like when I was doing theater when I was in school, I get nervous if I didn't really know my lines. You get nervous if you don't know what you're doing. And so you won't be nervous if you're completely prepared. I want to be as confident as possible in every situation. And I want to carry myself like I've already got the money in my pocket, like I've already won, right? I go into every showing, every deal that way as if it's already done. Because if I go into it like it's a new situation, like, oh, new buyer, please buy it, or new seller, please hire me, then all I'm reading is desperation. And people don't hire desperation, they hire confidence. Anyone can show a house, anyone can sell anything. That's what I have the course for, that's what I've got the books for, but people hire confidence. They wanna know that you're confident in yourself and what you're saying and what you're doing, and then they'll pay you for it. The biggest risk in my life today is a drop in the bucket a year from now. And a year from now is gonna go by like that. I think that people are afraid of change. Everyone knows that. Why change? Why fix something that's not broken? And I don't think there's a fear of failure anymore. I think people used to have a fear of failure when they actually cared more about what they thought of themselves versus what other people thought of them. Now, because of outside pressure that forced us to be more focused on satisfying others than satisfying ourselves, because we are so focused on satisfying others instead of satisfying ourselves, which is where a fear of failure would come from because failure would be personal. We are now way more afraid of being embarrassed. That and being distracted are the two biggest evils of the 2020s. The college had nothing to do with where I am today. I didn't start showing apartments saying, hey, I went to Hamilton College, this great school, and people are like, oh, I will now sell with you. Well, college really did, and you're never gonna understand unless you do it. It helped me become an adult, and it helped me learn to think analytically, and it helped me learn how to write, which is really important. And it helped me figure out like structure and discipline on how to work. And that was super important for me. Like something that I talk about a lot that I really believe in is like, it's kind of manifestation, but like getting a pen and paper and writing down who you want to be in the future. And not like, don't write down Ferrari win lottery. Like write down, today is August what, 25th? So write down August 25th, 2023, okay? You'll be 20 years old. Where do you want to be at that time? Like what are you wearing? Are you wearing the same shirt or do you have a new shirt? Like, what are you driving? Do you have money saved or are you still living kind of commission check to a commission check? Be as specific as you want to be for where you really think you can be in 2 years. And you can do the same thing too. And I do it all the time as like a personal exercise. And then you take that piece of paper and you fold it up and you carry it with you. Put it in your purse, put it in your wallet, put it in your medicine cabinet. You just look at it every day. Like you will be there before 2 years are up.